Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA Daily Analysis and Assessment. Some recovery today for NVIDIA and other AI stocks, and that's a good thing. I hope this positive momentum can continue tomorrow as well. In this video, I will discuss NVIDIA stock price movement for this week, including any impact from CPI or inflation data that gonna be released tomorrow, and also the impact from any other data and news for this week. Now, let's get started. Starting with Nvidia stock chart for today, you see Nvidia went up about 1.66%, but the overall movement for today was highly volatile. You see, so many ups and downs. So there were no clarity of direction in today's stock price movement for Nvidia. And also, I see that most of the AI stocks were up today. On the contrary, the major indices were down today. So market overall is still under pressure. You see S&P is down about 0.76% and Nasdaq is down about 0.77% and Dow Jones is down about 1.14%. So it's the Nvidia and overall AI sector that got the positive momentum today. And as of today, Nvidia forward P is about 30.38, and that is much lower than the last 6 weeks of average. The last 6 weeks of average is about 35.82, so it's behind. Palantir also similar story. At this point is 144.54, much lower than the last 6 weeks of average. SMCI 15.83, and also if you compare with the last 6 weeks average, kind of about the same range. The last 6 weeks of average is about 15.44. AMD 21.84. AMD also continues to go down. And regarding the CPI or the inflation data that is due tomorrow, forecast is 2.9%. The last cycle, the actuals came 3.0% versus the forecast of 2.9%. And you can see the trend for last four cycle, the trend is up from 2.6%, 2.7% after that, and then 2.9%, and the last month 3.0%. So if the actuals come higher than 3%, then it will suggest that the inflation is going up month over month. It would tell that the continuing upward trend. Let's take a look at the core CPI data. So regarding the core CPI data, the actuals came 3.3% last cycle versus the forecast of 3.1%. In this cycle, the forecast is 3.2%. In last 4 months, you see that there is no upward or downward trend we can notice. So 4 cycles from now, it was 3.3%, and at this point is about the same range, 3.3%. So if the actuals come 3.3% or 3.2% tomorrow regarding the core CPI, then it would suggest that the core CPI, the inflation, is not going down, but it stays the same. So that's also not a very promising news for Fed because they expect the core CPI should also go down month over month by the end of this year. And regarding the other economic data, after CPI, we have the PPI and the weekly initial jobless claim that's due on Thursday. On Friday, we don't have much coming. The next week, we have the FOMC rate cut decision that is on March 19th on Wednesday, and that will be very critical as well. Now, let's take a quick look at the technical chart and the Fibonacci levels for NVIDIA. On your screen, you see a 180-day hourly interval chart for NVIDIA and also different Fibonacci levels. So as I mentioned you in my previous videos, that 112 was a strong support level for NVIDIA. NVIDIA tried to break a 112 level multiple times in the past, but was not successful. But this week, Nvidia was able to break 112. It went down further, and the next level of support was 101, and that was also a strong support level. The good thing is Nvidia was not able to break 101. But the risk is still there because the tariff news and the uncertainty around tariff is not gone yet. So any comment from President Trump regarding the tariff can move the market up or down. So market is very sensitive regarding tariff at this point. So if Nvidia continues to go up tomorrow as well, the next level of resistance is 112 and after that is 120. My previous assessment was Nvidia should be trading above 120 level by the GTC conference that gonna start from next week. But at this point, it's hard to say that Nvidia can break 120 level in next few days. But nothing is impossible for Nvidia. And regarding my overall watch list for today, you see most of my stocks are green with the exception of SoundHound and Apple regarding the AI sector. The highest positive change is in SMCI that is 10.68% up and the highest negative change in the AI sector in my watch list is SoundHound that is 0.35% down. Now let's take a look latest news regarding Nvidia and overall market. As you see on your screen, starting with this one that says Warren Buffett rakes in $607 million while Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and other top money bags bleed $67 billion in a day. So yesterday was not a very good day for these tech giants as well, and also for Mr. Warren Buffett. So this one that says Nvidia stock sees wild swings, how Trump could end the AI chip slump. Let's open it. Starting with this para that says shareholders will be hoping for a Trump about turn, which could be the only way to end the recent stock market rout. In particular, they would welcome the ruling out of the imposition of tariffs on imports of semiconductors from Taiwan. So, any chip export restriction plan from Mr. Donald J. Trump regarding Taiwan would impact Nvidia big time. So, any relaxation regarding the export policies would help Nvidia go up. That's what market is hoping for. But in my opinion, that's not going to happen in the short term. So if that doesn't happen, then in the absence of such a move, Nvidia investors will be hoping the market eventually focuses on continued signs of strong demand for its hardware. And that's possible because the fundamentals and the financials for Nvidia is still very strong for the future. So no problem there. So once this tariff thing gets out of the picture, then you'll see Nvidia making another new highs. But next few weeks or months, Nvidia could be still under pressure due to tariff and other economic data. Now, this analyst is suggesting to buy the dip. That says Trump is tanking AI stocks. Buy the dip in Palantir and these four names, analyst says. Barons.com. So other three companies this analyst has suggested is Nvidia, Apple, and Tesla. Now scrolling down further to see anything different, any other news other than I just talked about. So I see the similar news here that says Trump is tanking AI stocks, Nvidia stock rebounds, tech stocks to hit new all-time high in 2025 despite early sell-offs, Wedbush says. So this Wedbush analyst most of the time is very optimistic about the tech stocks. So here when it says that tech stocks can make new highs in 2025, it could be possible maybe in Q4 or maybe end of Q3, but in next few months it's hard to predict that Nvidia and other AI stock will be making new highs. Another one that we should be taking a look and that is this one that says Meta taps Taiwan semiconductor to build AI chip, aims to cut NVIDIA dependence by 2026. So this looks interesting, but I would like you guys to comment on this news. Do you think that Meta can be a competitor for NVIDIA chip by 2026? My opinion is maybe not. So that's all about my analysis and assessment for NVIDIA. And also, one thing that these news are not talking about is the GTC conference that's gonna start from sometime mid of next week. That should also boost NVIDIA stock price starting early next week or by the end of this week. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's all about my analysis and assessment for today and next few days. I hope you like the video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.